Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week of the weekly PTMA podcast with myself, Anthony Park, Nicholas Michael Hanley, and Sky Elizabeth Hill. Today, we are answering the burning questions of people inside the Academy on their weekly check-in. And you get to listen for free. Aren't you a lucky bunch of little bastards? There you go. And today's first question, in fact, how are you, Nick? Are you all right? Are you all right, Sky? How are you?
I'm fine. I heard Nick a minute ago saying I'm so fucking sore.
As soon as you press record, she goes all blurry.
It's all right. Should be right. It'll come
Can you hear
out
me now?
fine.
That's the important thing. God, here we go again.
Right, just let's give it a minute. I'll ask Nick the first question. You compose yourself, sort your Netto Wi-Fi out, and let's kick on. First question today is, how do you navigate conversations with potential new clients that have objections around pricing? Is this something better left alone?
No. It's like any problem. You want to understand where that originates from. You want to help them overcome that. So it's any challenge or problem. It would be like trying to overcome someone who's feeling challenged by the lack of time they have getting to the gym, or the perception they have on food, or the fear against the environment. So it's like anything. It's just a very personal, touchy subject because money is uncomfortable to talk about for a lot of people. So like any challenge or problem that a potential client or client comes up against, be curious around where that problem is coming from. A lot of the time it will come down to their perception on risk and value and return on that price or the money they're paying. So there's some really simple things that you can do to help them overcome that or think about things in a slightly different way. But ultimately, it's not for you to manipulate or directly tell. It's for you to understand where that's coming from and help them overcome that. Previous to people coming into you, there's a whole host of things that you can do to help them overcome those objections. Now, objections like price will come down to, a lot of the time, belief. One, belief that you can deliver what you're saying you can deliver, which, how can you overcome that? You can overcome that through proof of concept, testimonials, showing behind the scenes, showing how you do it in multiple different angles, ways, and frequently. I don't think people do that enough, showing the results. And then also belief in themselves as well. Like, even if you can show that you can deliver the results through the current clients you're working with and past clients you're working with, one of the key barriers or objections can be the belief in that they can do it for themselves. And if they don't believe that, then the price point is always going to be too high versus what they believe they can achieve and get back. So how can you help them overcome that? It's relatable content, making the content and testimonials and proof of concept story based, so they can kind of see themselves in that client. So those are the things you can do pre people coming in your marketing, emails, social media, whatever. And then also when people are in that scenario of consultations or sales calls or re-signing back up or whatever, you've got to be really curious and help people understand where that's coming from. Because ultimately, people are there because they want to make some level of change. That's different degrees. And if a hang-up is, it's too expensive because I don't believe I can achieve that, then if you're helping them to overcome that belief and that barrier and help them believe in themselves more and buy into your business and achieve the results they want, then happy days all round, isn't it? Know what I mean, Ant?
Have we got any more time for any more questions? Jesus Christ.
Hey, that was like 3 minutes and it was a well-constructed answer and it was a very, very, very poignant question. Poignant. Yes, I don't even think that's a word. I'm going to use it.
It is a word. Am I back yet?
Why? Because it's my podcast and I do what I want.
My podcast. It says podcast, apparently. Okay. So, Sky, are you with us or what?
I just said, am I back yet? Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you. It's broken up. But last time we did this, we could obviously, then when the recording came out, it was fine, wasn't it? So what we're going to do here is Nick's going to ask you the next question. You're going to say it anyway, and then we'll see what happens. All right, Nick, next question, please.
What's your unpopular opinion about the fitness industry?
My unpopular opinion about the fitness industry. I don't think a lot of people should identify themselves as working in the fitness industry. I think a lot of people should identify more of working in the health space. Are you pretending that you can hear me?
We're acting like we can hear you.
This is painful.
Keep going.
I think, yeah, if people could identify more as working in the health industry, in the health space, I think they would get a lot more out of clients. I think too many coaches try and identify as being in the fitness industry and take a lot of their approach and their methods and their content from the bodybuilding industry or the performance industry, when that's not necessarily relative to the people that they are working with in commercial gyms. So that is my answer. Goodbye.
Okay, really good answer.
That was a really good answer.
It's all good.
That was really good.
Next question is not for me, Nick. How to automate a landing page from a form and what app to use?
How to automate a landing page from a form. I don't understand. How to automate a landing page from a form and what app to use. Give me context so you know this person, you're working with them.
He's doing it the wrong way around, so it's probably best that I pick up with him separately. He needs to go to a landing page and then a form, more than likely, because people are going to want to know what they're signing up to before they fill out a form, more than likely. So I would say spend a bit of time on the landing page first, because then the form's normally built into it and you probably wouldn't need the form. So I'll pick up separately. But for people listening to this, if you are wanting people to go into, say, a front-end offer or your service, it is probably best leading with the landing page, putting the form on there and then doing the automation off the back of that, not the other way around. So I can answer that question. Get me? Woo! Next question, please.
Have you ever had to make the decision to stop working with clients in mentoring or coaching? What led to this decision and how did the conversation go?
Yep. The conversation went a little bit like, what expectations do you have on the return for what you're paying for at the moment? That question opened up a really good, honest conversation in regards to where they were at in terms of their expectations, which naturally led for them to go, actually, I know I'm not doing the things that I need to do to achieve them expectations. And I've also had it when they didn't realize that they're not doing them things, but when raised the questions of the next one being, okay, talk to me about what your current actions and habits and behaviors are like in relation to them expectations. And normally they'll go, yeah, I actually know I'm not doing X, Y, Z in order to achieve that. And then we can look at a way of, are you at a point of being able to move forward in regards to, can you reset, realign goals, realign the actions, be committed and accountable and all of that type of stuff. What support do you need from me? So I've had that positive conversation where it's turned around, but I've also had conversations where we've had this mutual agreement of going, actually, it's probably not the right time and it's probably best that you move on or leave or move to another coach because these are my reasons why. So yes, in multiple different ways. The way the conversation went is very similar to what I just went through then. I always led with what your expectations on the return that you're paying for. And then I wasn't, listen, I'm not too scared to be direct, am I? So, and I'm not saying a lot of people are, but sometimes as a coach and as a leader, you're a coach. And if you can't raise the awareness that's needed in that conversation for that to go where you think it should go, sometimes you've just got to go, okay, here's the things that are on my mind at the minute. You're not doing X, Y, and Z. I feel like it's breaking down here. The last thing I'd want to do is take your money and you not achieve results. So is it best right now for us not to carry on with each other? I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, it's gone in multiple different ways, but do you know what? Normally it's finished on a really good note. I've not had it over the years finishing a bit of a sour note when you've had that honest conversations. Anything you would like to add to that?
No.
Guy?
Can you hear me now?
Hear me now.
Hear me now. No, I won't. I would not add anything. I've had similar. Mine's a bit different because I feel like people can sometimes come to me when they probably are on the verge of maybe needing something more in terms of like CBT or something that's a little bit more psychological. It's not really to do with training and nutrition. So that can be a conversation that I have as well, like exactly how you've just said, and maybe that their money would be better spent somewhere else. But it goes the same way that you've just explained.
Excellent. Next question. I don't know who it's for. I feel like I'm the host here. I'm just interviewing people, if I'm honest. Next one. Guys, you want to ask Nick?
As it is my first week on the mentorship, what should my priority be? Continue working on posting and outreach or more focus on the modules?
First thing is going to be assessing the business. So assessing, like, we break the business down into 5 phases. So your marketing, your onboarding of the prospect, your onboarding of the new client, your client experience or your service, and then your aftercare. So first of all is really kind of digging into what's happening now currently in each of those phases, and then also having a bit of a wish list of those phases of what you'd like that to look like, how hands-on or hands-off you would like that to look like throughout, your current price points. Are you happy with those in regards to what you're giving? Are you happy in regards to what the results it's giving your clients? It's a really big kind of assessment and looking inside your business phase. Get through that ASAP and then go on to the goal setting. So book your goal setting call in, and obviously go through the values piece, which is massively important, your mission statement, etc. So we can get to a place where we have a big wish list, a big assessment of the business, and then also exactly where you want to go. And obviously we'll refine that in the goal setting call. There you go. Next is, do you ever really start to feel in control with your business? I've still got the feeling everyone is going to leave all at once.
Who's it for?
Let's pick on.
Do you ever start to feel control? You do start to feel in control of your business, but I think that comes from having systems in place. So you are confident that if people do leave, you have things in place, or you have leads coming in that you can nurture a little bit more, that you can go out to and say, I've got spaces available, or I'm taking on clients again, I'm opening my doors, I've got a new program, whatever it is. I think you lack confidence or feel like you're not in control when you don't have those systems. And I've been in that place definitely in the beginning. I didn't have any of these. And then when people did leave, it was a massive panic. But when you have, lead magnets, things that you can rinse and repeat, and you're confident in those, then there's going to be months where people do leave and it's maybe unexpected, but you have those to fall back on. So yeah, I think you do start to feel in control. That's not to say there isn't still ups and downs, but once you have a better idea of who you're going out to, how you get leads in, how you nurture them, then you do start to feel like you've got a bit more control over, if people leave, you can replace them. Bosh. Next question. How important is the name of an online coaching program?
Can you run a really successful online coaching business without a name in a program? Yes, right? Absolutely. But that very much depends on how you market and how you position that service in a way of, for argument's sake, if you're known as a personal trainer or an online coach that gets consistent results for people, and you share them results, and behind the scenes of you getting them results and the journeys and the stories of them clients and all of that type of stuff, then people start to understand what it is that you do and how you do it quite easily, right? Because you're really consistent and you can show that you're getting results for people. So as soon as people see in your market, like, this person gets amazing results and they're the type of results that I want, and that's the story, or they're the feelings that I want to get, it's quite easy for them to gravitate towards what it is you do and how you do it, and then buy it without a name. The only thing with that is, if you're not mega consistent on socials, sharing all of that, it's quite hard for people to identify what it is you do and how you do it. And they will compare quite often with another coach, feature for feature or person for person or whatever. So all this does is just speeds up a level of identity process online. So it allows people to go, that's her, she sells this program that gets these results, and people can just put a bit of a name to it, and it's a little bit easier for people to understand that's it. It helps you differentiate a little bit from each different online coach, and it gives you something that's unique to you. So is it important in terms of, can you build a business without it? 1,000,000% you can, but will it help you speed up, if it's new, a level of identity for people to get it, understand it, and then gravitate towards it as if it's different, new, fresh? Well, yes, also. So sitting on the fence slightly, it's important, but you can run a successful business without one. Anything you would like to add, anyone?
No,
Isn't that surprising? Go on.
Fucking hell. No, it's fine. Just talk over me. I'll just go fuck myself as well.
Well, I hope you don't do that on camera. You've got a fucking podcast. Yeah.
It's behind a paywall, all right? No, nothing to add.
Sorry.
No, fuck it, doesn't matter.
Swearing. Yeah, man. How is everyone every week? How are you today, Nick?
He wants to know.
I'm sore.
He's sore. Yeah, he's sore. Are you going to elaborate on that? Are you just going to, where are you sore? No? Sky, how are you? All right?
Yep, good, tired, it's fine. New day, new week.
Tired and ready? Oh,
yeah, I'm ready, but I'm tired, but I'm still ready.
Next question. During a team meeting, the managers essentially gave us a free rein of the club's Instagram account, saying if there's any content we'd like to post, I should let them know. Whilst I need to get mine in order, what would you send to them to post? Nick?
The first thing is who you are, what you do, how you can help. That's the first thing, is like a bit of an intro. I think thereafter it would be simple things, and I think promoting what you've got to offer on the gym floor as a quick win is going to be important. So having lead gen activities, whether that's workshops or seminars or warm-up stations or cool-down stations or challenges or competitions or whatever you've got going on, position that. And then just ongoing value add that people can relate to. Like, the thing is with like commercial gyms and the budget low cost gyms, like your Pure Gym, your JD, your Gym Group, is the fact that they've got a wide variety of members, and a large percentage of those members don't know what they're doing. So there's very simple stuff that you can position and put on there, which would really, really, really help members, which will gain a little bit of rapport. And get people probably talking to you on the gym floor when they see you. So it's about familiarity. Don't put stuff up there for other coaches, which I think a lot of trainers will do. Put it out for the people you want to help. So yeah, that's my answer.
Sound.
What's your most frustrating weekly work task, and how do you approach it week to week? What a good question, Sky.
I've been trying to think of an answer to this. I
She
think the
wants
most.
to say, turning up 9 o'clock meeting with us, don't she? That's what she wants to say.
The Monday morning 8 a.m. start ruins my life, to be honest. But I'm joking. No, I'm going to be really honest, right? The most frustrating part of my week is also the most rewarding, but it's sometimes it's people. It's the people, and it's helping people. And I like that because it can start as a frustration, and then it turns into you're actually breaking barriers and you're helping people overcome stuff. So I think sometimes it's the coaching element can be the most frustrating part, right? Where you come to a meeting or a call and you expect to do some sort of coaching, then the call goes a totally different way, or you read a client check-in and you're expecting them to come with some information, and then, you know, things have gone tits up. That's life. Sometimes that can be frustrating, but I find that the most rewarding, because then it brings out, right, I'm going to have to coach this person through this problem. I don't really find that frustrating, though. I don't find a lot of my stuff frustrating, things that I do. So it's a really hard question to answer. It's probably just going to be something tedious, like just tracking metrics, tracking business. But yeah, I don't know. I can't think how to answer that question very well. So I'm going to pass over to you two.
Frustrating. I'd agree on that point, what you just made. Things not that it comes up weekly. I think certain situations, but tasks. Let me go back to tasks. Editing is frustrating. It's really annoying. You know what? Writing an email that then goes completely another direction and you have to start again is fucking frustrating. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. When you start with something where you want to get a point across and you end up completely in a different topic, is really annoying, because you've got to start again, or you've got to adapt it, or you've got to leave it and then read through it and come back to it, which is really annoying. That's frustrating. What are the things frustrating? Just time-consuming things more than anything else, like new tech, or when something isn't going to plan or not working as it should do. That's really annoying and frustrating. But yeah, I would say those are my things. What are yours?
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. This is frustrating, if I'm done listening to your frustrations. Can we go to the next question, please?
Yes.
Where is the next question? Is a hot dog a sandwich? If not, what is it?
It's a hot dog, in it. Right? Just leave it as it is. If it wants to be a hot dog, if it was called it's called a hot sandwich or a dog sandwich. It's not. It's called a hot dog. Let it be. Just let it be. As like, why do people have to debate over that? Let it be. Like, a sandwich or a butty is a butty. A sandwich is a sandwich. An hot dog's an hot dog. Does it matter? Next question.
An hot dog. Hot dog.
Dog.
Hot dog. Hot dog.
We don't say hate you.
Oh.
This is my favourite part of the week. It is the most frustrating part for you.
It's my favourite part as well.
Look at his face.
So, hot dog.
Come on, Anne.
Come on.
Next question. How do you plug the gap on emails, getting leads but struggling to convert? Can I just caveat to this? He's had a bollocking this morning, this lad. He's been getting leads for 3 weeks that he's been focused on getting leads. It's his highest leads month, 47 in the last 3 weeks. So he's expecting a return off the back of them 3 weeks worth of getting leads. But how to plug the gap on emails from getting leads to sales is a good question. So I will come to, I don't know, Nick. Let's go to Nick, since he's always missed the email guy.
No, I just write emails.
Let's swap. If emails are frustrating you, social media frustrates me.
What is this problem today, Scott?
Go on. How do you plug the gap on emails?
Plug your...
Like a good time, that.
I think having it like, okay, so if you relate this to, let's relate this to social media, because I think sometimes that's easy for people to relate things to because they probably do it more than they do emails. Like at the moment, if you're just posting information on social media and expecting then a return, you're probably not getting a return, are you? So how would you bridge the gap between posting information on social media to getting clients or converting people into conversations and then clients? It's probably going to be more storytell. It's probably going to be elements of your lifestyle so people can relate to you. It's probably going to be more social proof of what you can deliver. It's probably going to be more information about what you do and how you do it. And so the emails are exactly the same thing. People's buying behaviors don't change when it flicks between social media and email or YouTube or face to face. Like it's still the same thing. So that's how you plug the gap, and how you kind of then structure that is going, right, for example, this is my online coaching launch I'm doing, which is a fat loss challenge for 99. This is when I'm going to launch it. Let me work myself backwards. Right, I've got 47 emails on my mailing list. What do I need to do then? Right, I need to create relative information for people and make it so they can relate to it with Storytel. I need to provide social proof that is going to show people what I do, how I do it. I've got to provide opportunities for conversations. I've got to ask them questions and get them to prompt back to me things that are meaningful to them. I might fill the gaps with like some little mini lead magnets, which might help with the problem they're going through over the next couple of weeks. That's how you essentially, plug the gap on emails of getting people on your mailing list to converting. But remember that research is showing that it's about 6 months for people to kind of convert into your business generally. People will convert quicker and it will take longer for some people, but average. And also put yourself in their position. If you've just received one email or two emails and the second email is, hey, buy this thing, are you going to buy it? Probably not, maybe, but probably not. So you probably just need to do a bit more volume. There you go. Oh my gosh. Right, ready? I have a client who is from South India and her diet is completely different to what I know. I'm trying to help her make changes as she wants to lose weight, but I'm unsure where to suggest changes. I have tried helping with some of the basics, using less oil in her cooking, using portion size guides, but when she has written out a food plan, I'm unsure where to advise on swapping foods out, what to cut out, etc. Is there any other approaches I should take to this, or spend the time learning more about the food she eats so I can advise her better? Really good question. Who wants to take that?
I'll take it. I thought you were going to go to Ant then. Fucking hell.
Don't undermine my nutrition knowledge. Don't undermine my behaviour change knowledge. Don't undermine my coaching skills.
It's not really a nutrition question, is it? Go on then, answer it. Answer it.
I'll let you answer it. Of course, it's a nutrition question. In a way, it's a coaching question, but carry on. What they wanted was a nutrition question, but what you're going to provide is a little bit of coaching in it. You know what I mean?
I think this goes for anyone listening. If you are struggling when it comes to nutrition and what someone's currently doing and how to advise, like, always remember, if you don't know, this isn't just about nutrition. Let's say someone comes to you with a specific injury or a condition that changes something that you haven't been exposed to before. They are always the expert on that. So if you don't feel like you know, lean on them because they know. And yes, learn about the food that they're eating or she's eating so you can advise better, but also gauge like where she's at with her knowledge. Where does she think the energy density in her diet comes from? Where does she think she could make changes? She might have an idea, she might not know. And then on the other flip side of that is take the principles of what you would advise someone else to do to lose weight and then take them to your client and say, these are the things that I would do with anybody else. I would look at increasing protein intake, look at increasing fiber, look at reducing the energy density that comes from oils, sauces, whatever it might be, fats. How do you think we could apply that to your diet and then work together to do that? So it is coaching. You're just having to coach her through something that you're not sure of. She's aware of that. So lean on what she knows about her diet and what you would like anybody to do to start to change their nutrition to lose weight, and come up with these kind of guidelines, I guess, and these goals together. And don't be put off because you don't feel like you know about it. Obviously, if you want to learn about it, great, that's going to help. But you don't need to be always telling people. You still need to coach people. So that's how I would approach it.
Same, innit? Don't undermine me, all right?
I think that's it. That's all the
No,
questions.
one more question. How to master the sale during consultations, but understanding what a client really wants.
Well, you can answer that one.
Who, me? You want me to
Yes,
ask a
you.
question to myself?
Yes.
Okay, so you've got to practice the skill of asking the right questions. So in order to get to the sale, first and foremost, you would have to have a decent level of rapport, understanding, and a level of value built up, which is always hard if you're getting a lot of cold leads, for example. Cold lead being people who come to you just off the back of one or two interactions. So personally, to generate a sale, a pre-consultation that gets them to reflect on their past, current situation and where they want to go is important, because then you can have another contact point with that person to explore all of that to get to know them. That's then going to help you shape the specific questions that you need to ask within your consultation. And normally, the sections of them questions will probably be based around the outcomes they want to achieve, so what they want to achieve, the underpinning reasons why they want to achieve them things, so their internal motivation behind it, exploring barriers to change, exploring ways for that person to overcome them barriers to change, looking at how they will respond to like relapses of behaviors and all of that type of stuff off the back of that conversation, and then exploring what they feel specifically they need to get to, or they need to do, should I say, to get from where they are now to where they want to be. Now, as a framework, that's genuinely, or generally, should I say, as a framework, you won't go far wrong with that. But that very much depends on the connection, the understanding, how you listen, and how you zoom into that person's answers. So for argument's sake, we've listened to plenty of consultations from coaches that have asked really good questions, but then when a client's maybe gone into something, the coach could have zoomed into that a little bit more by asking more questions to delve a bit deeper. So the whole consultation and coaching and creating self-awareness and self-reflection, all of that, that's a skill that needs to be practiced. Unfortunately for you, you're in the single best mentorship in the world for you to achieve that skill. And I say that very confidently because the part of the mentorship that we go through from a consultation perspective is where you're starting to see the whole sales mentor wankers that are in the industry that have just focused on sales for so long now start to go, you need these questions, you need reflection, you need awareness, you need to have a conversation. So delve deep into that consultation section and then make sure that when you're in consultations that you're recording them either on a dictaphone or on Zoom, and then you're sending them to us because then we will give you feedback on them. It's a skill that needs to be practiced, so you just need to do it more, but by following some of that support. How about that? 10 out of 10, that one.
10 out of 10.
Anything else you would add there? Would you like to close with any thoughts now we're fully caught up?
That was
Nada.
emotional.
That was
Nada.
emotional.
Yeah, it was emotional. Some ups and downs there.
Yeah, standard really.
I'm glad I could be
Standard.
part of it in the end.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
we should go out for sponsors, shouldn't we, for this podcast?
For
Do you
us.
reckon anyone will sponsor us?
I think we'll be looking for a long time.
This week's sponsored by Greg's, something like that.
Yeah, that would be a good sponsorship.
Very good sponsorship, Greg's, isn't it? Who else would
Monster.
be a good Yeah, very good. Yeah, really good. Really good. Yeah, so if you, if any people are listening here who would like to sponsor this podcast, just let us know because we'll intro you every week. All right. Bye, everyone.